Okay. Mic test. Um, check ko nga kung naririnig niyo ako sa end niyo. Mic test. Good evening. Okay. Okay. Lahat ba kayo tapos nung magsagot ng mga assignment niyo? Ilan tayo tonight? So we are 54. Nasaan yung iba? So 54 lang. Baka kala nila walang klase. Mga 54. Ang walang klase yung kanina lang. Okay? Alright, so let's start. Bago tayo mag-start, tignan muna natin yung quiz ninyo. Kahapon, sa business math. Sa dalawang araw tayo, puro tayo math eh. Ngayon, wala mo ng math. Composting ang ating pag-aaral. So, papahingahin ko muna yung mga utak ninyo. Take home quiz. Ito, 94 yung responses. Wala namang naka-0. May isa na ang nakuha niya ay 10 lang. Itong M. So, what is the simple interest on 10,000 for 1 year? 500 sagot dyan. What is the compound interest on the same amount if term for the interest is compound quarterly? Sagot dyan ay 5094.45. What is the monthly amortization for a refrigerator bought by installment? Ang cost niya ay 8,600 and paid in cash. The appliance has a surcharge of 20% a year. And the term of the customer is 4 months. Sagot dyan ito. 2-4. Sa currency, ito, conversion, 5,400. Ang exchange rate ay 50.25. Magkano? $107.46. Magkano yung Saudi Riyal in Philippine Peso? 2,520. Ito naman. Kapag ang tax niya, magkano daw kung 1,000 yung ano niya? 0. According to sa table. 247,000 and then tax nyo. At 138,000. So, ang naka-perfect sa quiz ay and then 19 na student. Then, ang naka-18 o 95 ay 18 student. Patlo sa pinakamababa ay 90. 5 sila. Okay? Okay, so let's start. Later, meron ulit kayong take-home quiz. So, ilan na ba tayo? If malabo po yung screen, possible na ang problema ay yung mismong internet ninyo. Help. So, we are 68. Siguro nga akala nung iba, walang klase ngayon. Malinaw naman yung pagkakasabi. Ang walang klase ay yung pang alas 12 lang. Okay? Tomorrow, mayroon tayong klase sa 9 p.m. ulit. Okay? So, let's start. Our topic for tonight is, what is the module about? Ang topic natin is, composting. Nakakita na ba kayo ng composting? So, pag nakakita kayo ng garbage na nasa street, sa wet market, bakanteng lote, or sa harap ng bahay ninyo, this is a clear sign that we have a problem when it comes to garbage disposal. So, marami ng solution ang inilatag para sa tamang pag-dispose ng garbage. So, this module will let you about the possible solution to our problem sa garbage disposal and how you can directly participate in solving this problem. The solution is composting. So, ito yung one of the solution na sa problema sa basura. So, this module, you will learn 3 things. What is composting? What do you need to make compost? Ano kailangan mo? Then, making and using compost. Okay? Right? So, at the end of this module, you should be able to understand our garbage problem and how composting can help solve it. Explain what composting is. Diba? Pagtapos na ito, sasabihin mo, alam po yung composting. Identify the materials needed for composting. Ano-ano ba yung mga kailangan? Explain how to make a compost. Kailangan. Mapapaliwanag mo rin kung paano gumawa ng compost. Okay, so lesson number 1. What is composting? Before we go to how, it is important for you to understand what is composting. So this will help you to better appreciate the benefits that you can get it from. So after studying this lesson, you should understand our garbage problem and how composting can help solve it. Differentiate organic from inorganic materials. So, differentiate yung organic sa inorganic materials. Bakit may nag-attendance na wala pa tayong attendance? Later pa po yung attendance pagkatapos ng discussion. Okay? Explain what composting is and explain how composting and paano sila ginagawa. So, look at the picture. Yan yung example posible hindi pa kayo nakakita ng ganyan, tambak ng basura. Diba? Sakali, ayun yung problema eh. Are starting to realize now just how much garbage is produced in one place every day. So, gaano karami yun. Okay. So, our garbage problem. So, to solve this garbage problem, we must find an alternative ways to dispose our garbage. So, para hindi masyadong dumami, tumambak yung mga garbage natin, meron tayong alternative way para ma-dispose to. So, we must find ways to avoid disposing of anything at all. So, the major cause of our garbage problem is the continuous increase in population. So, ano ba yung dahilan kaya lalong dumadami yung garbage? Siyempre, nag-increase yung population nating mga tao. So, an increase in population means an increase in people's activity. And increase in people's activities. So, mas maraming kumakain sa fast food, mas maraming kumakain ng mga ganito. Unfortunately, it leads to the production of a large amount of waste. So, mas marami yung basura. Simply put, the more people there are, the more waste are produced. So, mas maraming tao, mas maraming waste. So, normally, ang ginagawa natin, kinokolekta yung mga basura, then, pinupunta sa mga tinatawag na dump site. For example, dito sa Bulacan, kinokolekta yung basura every Saturday. Then, dinadala nila sa isang dump site. Ano example niyan? Payatas. Yung dump site yun. Yung mga lugar doon na dump site. Tanong, paano kung nawalan na tayo ng space para sa dump site? Diba? So, open dump site can cause contamination of groundwater. So, dahil dump site nga siya, pwede siya mag-cause ng contamination sa tubig ng mga malapit doon. It can also leak toxic materials into lakes and streams. Pwede rin siya sumama sa ilog, sa mga lawa. In addition, existing open dump site will be filled in a few years. So, ilang taon lang mapupuno rin yun. And if the only alternative is to open a new one, each time one is filled, we may soon end up living in a dump site. So, kung bukas lang tayo ng bukas ng mga dump site, hindi maglalaon, nakatira na tayo sa dump site. Yung buong mundo, dump site na. So, I'm quite sure na you do not want this happen in your area. So, kaya, importante sa atin na makipag-participate tayo sa pag-solve ng garbage problem. So, dahil ganito yung sitwasyon, marami sa atin ang nagtatry ng mag-solve ng garbage problem. So, merong long-term and more effective since they not only solve the garbage problem but provide other benefits as well. So, however, for this solution to succeed, some effort on your part is needed. So, para mag-succeed yung ganong solution, kailangan ng pakikipag-cooperate natin. Yes po, may module link. Sinend ko kanina sa group message and pinost ko rin sa group page. Right? So, ang isa sa solusyon na naisip natin is yung tinatawag na recycling. Alam niyo ba yung ganyang drawing? Ibig sabihin niya, recycling. So, nakita niyo na ba to? Yung ganitong symbol. Ayan, ganyan. Ibig sabihin, recyclable siya. Pag nakita niyo yung ganyan Sa tingin niyo, ano ibig sabihin ng ganitong symbol? Pwede siyang i-recycle. Sabi niya, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Tama. Sa yung klase natin ngayon, parang magkikwentuhan lang tayo eh. Hindi ito kailangan ng matinding utak, kagaya kahapon, sa anong nakarang araw. Okay? Pero may exam tayo dito. So, recycling involves using material over and over again. Pwede ba yun? Gamitin mo yung material. Diba? Pwede yun. This is why the symbol illustrate a cyclical or cycle process. Recycling also involves processing used materials in order to make them to fit again for human use. So the goal is to make sure that no material is permanently disposed of. Katulad ng plastic. Pag tinapon mo yan, hindi naman yung nadidecompose eh. So dapat, nire-recycle yan. Yung papel, nire-recycle din yan. One method of recycling is composting. So maraming method ng recycling eh. Alamin natin ha. Ayan, merong recycling ng download pa lang. Ayan, merong segmentation. Ayan. Pero ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay tinatawag na composting. Ayan. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng composting? So before we discuss composting, let us first clarify some things that are related to it. So merong dalawang bagay, organic saka inorganic materials. Yung classification ng mga materials. Only organic materials can be compost. So organic lang yung pwede. Ano ba yung organic? Yun yung mga once living things. So dati silang living things. An example nun, yun yung mga leaves, woods. Yan. Inorganic materials, on the other hand, came from the non-living things. An example nun, yun yung mga minerals, rocks, plastics, metals. So, organic materials are biodegradable. Ibig sabihin, nabubulok. Which mean, they can completely decompose. Yun yung mga organic. Halimbawa, pag nag-ano ka ng papel, yan, pag sinunog mo, the paper will turn to ashes. So, completely nawawala siya. On the other hand, inorganic materials are non-biodegradable. So, kapag, therefore, they will never completely decompose. If you burn a piece of metal, the most of that could happen to it is to get bent, nababali lang, because of heat. But it will never completely disappear. Dalawa yun ha. So, what is composting? So, what do you think happens to the leaves that fall in the forest? Meron bang naglilinis nun? Di ba wala naman? They disappear over time because they decay or decompose. Di ba 100 of years ago pa nga nagiging fossil fuels yung mga organic matter. So, the process of decomposition that the leaves as well as other organic material in forests go through is actually the same of composting. Parehas lang. The only difference is that the condition in the forest are not controlled. Kasi sa forest, natural process yung nangyayari. They occur at their own pace. What if kukontrolin natin? Ang tawag doon, composting. Pwede natin siyang kontrolin. So, pwede natin kontrolin yung process by process. Pero ang kailangan natin gamitin ay organic materials lang. So, ito yung meaning ha. Composting is the process of decomposing plant remains and other organic materials. The result, a substance excellent for fertilizing or enriching soil, is called compost. So, yung composting, pag tama natin siyang nagawa, magkakaroon siya ng result. Ang tawag sa kanya ay compost. Yung compost, nagte-turn siya into humus. Humus, the organic portion of soil. Nature ng humus. Yan. Nature ng humus. Yan. Humus yan. Yung shell ng egg, nako-compose yun eh. Yan. So, let's review. Before we continue, let's see if you understood the meaning of some key terms that we have used. So, choose the word in the box that correspond to each of definition. Write your answer below. Number 1, using materials over and over again. Ano sagot dyan? Recycling. Tama? Process of decomposing plants and other once living organism. Sagot dyan? Composting. Materials that came or come from once living things. Ano yan? Organic materials. Materials that will never completely decompose. Inorganic materials. Last, the substance produced by composting. Ano yun? Compost. Then, nagtaturn siya as humus. Okay? So, how composts are made? So, as we said earlier, composting is a method used to speed up the natural decomposition of organic materials under controlled condition. Yung sa nature kasi, medyo matagal yun. Normal process yung inaano nila. Pero pag sinabing composting, inokontrol natin yung material at saka yung condition. Kaya nakaka-attain natin yung eksaktong decomposition. So, let's say meron kang leftover food, leaves, some soil, and old newspaper that you dump in a hole in your backyard. After a few weeks, yung mga bacteria in the hole will increase rapidly. Worms will crawl on the trash that you dispose of and decomposition will occur. Nakakita na ba kayo ng ganun? Tinapon nyo yung, halimbawa, kanin, tinapon nyo sa labas, ganun. So, unti-unti siya nagkakaroon ng mga bacteria. Yan. As the bacteria and worm decompose the organic materials, kinakain kasi nila yun eh. Their body heat will cause the temperature of the pile to rise dramatically. The heat of the pile will kill some of the weed seed and disease organism, causing further decomposition. Yan. Then after the trash has completely decomposed, it turns into humus. So pag na-decompose na siya, magte-turn na siya as a humus. So you can contribute to the composting revolution by composting your own kitchen waste. Pwede yun, yung sarili nyong waste, pwede nyo i-compose. So sa susunod na lesson, ituturo namin sa inyo kung papaano yun. So next lesson, na ngayon din gawin ha. So let's see what have you learned. In the blank before each number, write true if the statement is true, or F if the statement is false. So controlled conditions are important to speed up decomposition. True or false? Yeah, sagutin nyo nga. Yes, true siya. Number 2, compost can act as fertilizer for the soil. Sagot yan, true. Rocks are example of inorganic materials. Yung rock ba, inorganic materials yun? Sagot dyan ay true. Recycling is linear process. Yung sinabing linear, isang diretsong process lang. Which means that it has a definite beginning and a definite end. Ano yan? True or false? Ang sagot dyan ay meaning ko false. Tingnan natin ha. Yan, false ang sagot dyan. Kasi recycling is a cycle, not a linear process. Population increase cannot be blamed for the garbage problem. Ang sagot dyan. Pwede ba natin i-blame yung population? Kaya dumadami yung garbage? So number 5. Sagot dyan is false. Kasi kahit gaano karami yung population, kung marunong naman tayo magtapon ng ating basura, mag-segregate, mag-recycle, hindi magiging ganun kaproblema yung ating garbage. Right? So let's remember, before you proceed to lesson 2, do not forget the important points in this lesson. Una, the major cause of our garbage problem is the continuous increase in population. As population increases, so do people activities. This increase, unfortunately, leads to the production of larger amount of waste. Halimbawa, may concert. Pagtapos ng concert, makikita mo napakaraming basura. So, recycling has never recognized as a solution to the garbage problem. Composting is one form of recycling. Composting is a process of controlling the decomposition of organic matters. Organic matters lang po ang kinocompose natin ha. Organic materials are those that were once living organisms, like plants, animals, They are all biodegradable. Inorganic materials are those that came from non-living things. They are non-biodegradable. And the end product of composting is humus. So, lesson number 2. So, let's have a quick 5-minute break lang ha. Water break lang. Inom lang ng tubig. Then, habang wala ako, pag-aralan nyo muna to ha. Okay. Thank you. Okay, going back. Everything is here? Everyone is here? Huh? We have 59. Siguro nag-isip mo na yung iba. Five minutes lang naman, di ba? Medyo delay pala yung ano. Kent Ocampo. May ano ba tayo? Estudyante tayo ng Kent Ocampo.
Bakit?
Kaya tanong niya yung ano daw page ng ads na tayo. Wala?
Wala to. Basta pag hindi sila ano dyan, hindi sila talaga.
Ano na?
Pag stop mo na.
Kent Ocampo. Alam mo, lobat ako. Just lang. Ken Ocampo, kung gusto niyo po mag-enroll, you need to contact Ma'am Jonah
Hindi, mag-ano siya ng orientation.
or attend the orientation.
And comment there for me on the orientation. Yun lang yung process.
Ay, kasi ito, yung mga nandito ay mga nasa section have review. Okay? Alright, going back, lesson number 2. So, what do you need to make compost? So, now that you have an idea of what composting is, na meron na kang idea, we can discuss what you will need to make compost. So, ano na ba yung pwede natin i-compose? So, after studying this lesson, you should able to identify the things needed to make composting successful. Ano pa? Identify the organic materials that can be used for composting. Ano pa? Identify the organic materials that cannot be used for composting. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng organic materials pwede natin gamitin sa composting. So, ano sa tingin nyo yung mga pwede natin i-compose? Pakichat nyo nga. Basura. Anong klaseng basura? Princess, okay lang na hindi ka mag-type. Later ka na mag-type pag nag-attendance na tayo. Oras daw ng work sa Saudi. Princess Francisco, nasa Saudi ba daw? Ano yung mga pwede natin i-decompose? Dumi ng manok, pinagbalatan ng gulay, tama? Sobrang pagkain. Decomposting po tayo, hindi i-recycle. Yung plastic, i-recycle talaga siya. Pero ang pinag-uusapan natin yung mga pwedeng i-decompost. Leftover food, fruits, dumi ng manok, panis na ulam, yan, mga tama lahat yan. Balat ng banana, pwede i-decompost. Alright? So, the essential of composting. Composting has certain requirements. So, meron itong mga requirements They are needed to ensure that composting will be successful. So, meron tayong tinatawag na biological process. And so, a decomposing agent is needed for the material or waste to decompose. So, did you know that the best decomposing agents are worms? So, kailangan natin ng worms. Sila yung mga magko-conduct ng biological process. So, compost worms can speed up the decomposition of organic materials. So, mas mabilis. So worms are attracted to the warm temperature in the compost heaps. So as soon as they appear in their population doubles within a month. Tanong, kailangan nyo ba maglagay ng mga worms doon? Hindi. Kusa yun na pupunta doon. Pero, paano sila pupunta? Normally, ang gustong-gusto ng mga worms ay yung warm temperature. Medyo mainit. Yan. Yun yung isa natin kailangan na process. Biological process. Ano pa? Carbon and nitrogen. So, carbon can come from dry materials. Kailangan natin ng carbon. Like leaves, woody waste, sawdust, and straw. Hindi pwedeng purong leftover ng ulam lang, purong leftover ng mga gulay lang. Kailangan merong dry materials na mako-convert as carbon. Ang example nun ay leaves, woody waste, yung mga kahoy-kahoy, sawdust, and straw. So, it serves as the source of energy for the microorganism. So, nagtuturn siya as energy para dun sa mga microorganism like bacteria, the worms. Isa pa, nitrogen. On the other hand, can come from grass clippings, plant trimmings, kitchen scraps, or other fresh material like animal manure and fresh leaves. So nitrogen provides the microbes and worms with proteins and nucleic acid to build their bodies. So, yun yung dalawa natin kailangan, carbon and nitrogen. Ang dapat nyo gawin dyan, lagyan nyo ng mga dahon-dahon, mga kahoy-kahoy, ganun. The ideal carbon and to nitrogen ratio is 3:1. 30:1. Which means that there should be more materials that are rich in carbon rather than those rich in nitrogen. Okay? Okay. So here are examples. Then mga example dried leaves, hay, sawdust, and wood. May mga rich sa carbon. Mga tuyong dahon, samahan nyo sila ng mga tuyong dahon. Hay, ano ba yung hay? Halo, ganyan. Diba? Hay, ayun yung hay. Ipa. Yan. Nakita na ba kayo yan? Dami niyan sa mga magsasaka. Sa paglaro dyan pero Makati yan Ayan yung hay. Ano pa? Sawdust. Ano yung sawdust? Yan. Ang tawag dyan ay dito? Kusot. Yan, tama. Kusot. Ano pa? Wood. Yan, kahoy. Yun yung mga material na rich sa carbon. Ito naman yung mga material na rich sa nitrogen. Ano yun? Yan, animal manure. Tae ng hayop. Yan. Ang tsura. Nagiging nitrogen yan. Nagiging gas. Kahit yung tayo ng tao nagiging gas Pero hindi yan pwede sa decomposition. Mamaya malalaman niya kung bakit. Vegetable scrap. Yan. Mga ganyan, gulay-gulay. Nagiging nitrogen yan. Fruit waste, eggshell, yung sabi ko kanina. Pag nagbalat kayo ng itlog, natapon nyo lang yun, di ba? Pwede nyo yun gamitin pang decompose. Nagiging nitrogen yan. Ano pa? Rotten bread, yung inamag na. Saka leftover food, yung mga nitrogen. So, bukod sa biological process, carbon and nitrogen, kailangan din natin ng surface area para makapag-decompose tayo. Una, the surface area the microorganism have to work on, the faster the material will decompose. So, chopping and shredding the materials will make the compost less compact, giving the microorganism more room to move around. Ano pa? Temperature. So, for the purpose of composting, the warmer the temperature, the better. So, mas warm, mas better. So, in a cool environment, the composting process is slowed down. Kasi di ba kapag malamig nga ang nangyayari, kahit sa hayop nagiging, ano ba tawag doon? Ano sila. Di ba yung hayop pagka malamig, natutulog lang. May tawag na sa process na yun eh. Hindi yun nakakatulong sa pag-decompose. Kailangan warm. So, the internal temperature of the compost pile is also important. So, when the process of decomposition is at its peak, the compost will tend to generate more heat. So, kapag malapit na daw maging humus, mas mainit yun. Ayan, minsan umuusok pa nga. Ayan, oh. Ayan. Ano pa? Moisture and aeration. So, all organisms, include compost microbes, needs a certain amount of water and air to live. So, kailangan may sapat din na tubig saka air. So, extreme sunlight or rain can adversely affect the moisture balance. So, pag sobrang init, baka matuyo lang yung kinukompose nyo. Hindi siya maging na-decompose. So, do not cover the compost pile with plastic or similar materials because these do not permit air to pass. So, wag niyong kukuberan ng plastic kasi nga hindi makakapasok yung hangin. So, kapag wet weather naman, pwede nyo siyang kuberan para ma-avoid yung excessive moisture buildups. Ano? So now that you know all about the basic requirements, let us find out the organic materials you can use. Na. So, ano ba yung kinain nyo kanina? Breakfast nyo, lunch nyo, saka dinner ninyo. Paki-chat nyo nga sa ating chat box. Yan. Marami, di ba? Diba, kumain ka ng mango every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Plain mango lang. You'd probably get bored pretty fast. Worse, you'd probably get sick because of your body needs many other nutrients aside from those mangoes that provide. So, we crave 4 different foods for a reason. We need a balanced diet to survive. So, the microbes and worms within your compost heap similarly like and need variety. So, yung ginagamit sa compost, kailangan iba-iba rin yung nandun. Hindi yung puro mangga lang, ganun. Puro mga gulay-gulay lang. Actually, pag gulay-gulay, iba-iba na yun. So, pwede nyong pagawin yung quality saka yung quantity ng materials na gusto nyo i-compose para ma-determine nyo yung success ng compost project. Ayan. So, you can compose many kinds of materials at home. This saves times, effort, and gas needed to bring the waste to the nearest dump site. So ano yung mga masasave natin kapag ka nag-decompose tayo? Sabi, pwede natin masave yung time. Diba? Effort. Diba? Yung time. Imbis na ibibigay mo pa dun sa basurero. Diba? Sa'yo na lang. Effort. Hindi na pupunta sa yung mga basurero. Hindi na sila madaming basurang hahakutin. Gas, yung ginagamit para dun sa sasakyan na naghahakot ng basura. Papuntang dam site. At ano pa, you will get a free fertilizer with which to enrich your soil and make it more productive. Pwede mo pa siyang gawing fertilizer. Okay? So, let's try this. Put a check mark or 4 sa space or X kapag hindi naman material na pwede i-compose. Itong animal waste, pwede pa ito i-compose. Sagot dyan ay 8. Hindi daw. Hindi lahat. Diba? Dry straw. 4. Ayan. Pwede siya i-compose. Pernicious weeds. Ano to? Natin kung ano yan. Ayan yung mga pernicious weeds. Mga damo-damo. Hindi siya pwede. Meat and bones, hindi rin siya pwede. Kitchen waste like fruits and vegetables, pwede siya. So, organic materials that you can use to compose or to make a compost. Ito, grass and lawn clippings. So, fresh grass clippings have a high nitrogen content. Mga damo-damo sa labas. Kitchen waste. Sobra-sobra nyo. Tea bags, coffee beans, eggshell, similar material, pwede magamitin pang compost. They tend to have high nitrogen and usually quite soft and moist. As much as kitchen waste need to be mixed with hay. Yung dayami kanina. The greener the hay, the more nitrogen it contains. Be sure that any hay you plan to compost is well moistured before being added. Kailangan medyo basa-basa siya. Kasi masunog yan. Leaves. Pwede rin. Manure. Yan. Yung dumi. Straw. Ito yung kusot. Tinatawag. Weeds and other garden waste. Wood chips and sawdust, yung mga alikabok. Take note that not all biodegradable materials can be composted. Ito, what not to compost. Ito yung mga hindi pwede. Because of toxins, plant, or human disease, or weed troubles. There are some materials that should not be put into compost piles. Una, chemical treated wood and wood products. Mga chemically treated na wood products. Huwag niyo isasama yun. Disease plants. Huwag niyo isasama yun. Kasi pwedeng humalo yun sa humus nyo. Human waste. Huwag. Huwag niyo isasama yung human waste. Kasi pwedeng infected siya ng disease-carrying organism. Then kapag nilagay mong pataba sa lupa mo yun, hahalo yun dun sa tinanim mo. Meat, bones, and fatty food waste. So, yun, yung mga matataba, hindi siya pwede. Kasi pinapabagal nila yung pagkakaroon ng microbes. Pernicious weeds, yung kanina. Yan. Hindi siya pwede. Animal waste. Hindi siya pwede. Dog and cat feces may carry diseases that can affect or infect humans. it is best never to use them in compost piles. Alright, so let's see what have you learned. True or false? Materials that are rich in carbon give microorganisms the protein that they need to build their bodies. Anong sagot dyan? False. Tama sagot, organic materials that are rich in nitrogen provides protein, while though rich in carbon and give body building nutrients to the microorganisms. Hindi nitrogen. Okay? False yan. Number 2, in composting, the warmer the temperature, the better. True. Yan. Number 3, all organic materials can be used in composting. False. Yung iba lang, hindi lahat pwede i-decompose. Ano pa? Fresh grass clippings are rich in nitrogen, while dry leaves are rich in carbon. True. Then, number 5, you should never use animal waste in composting because they may have disease that can be passed on. True yan. Hindi mo pwedeng yan kasi baka pwedeng maipasa yung mga disease na nandoon sa waste, animal waste. So, let's remember, composting has the following requirements. Ito yung mga requirements na binanggit kanina. Una, biological process, carbon and nitrogen, tandaan nyo yan nasa exam yan, surface area, temperature, moisture, and aeration. Number 2, the following can be used in composting. Ito, grass and lawn clippings, hay, kitchen waste, leaves, manure, straw, weeds and other garden waste, wood chips, and sawdust. Then the following materials should not be used in composting: chemically treated wood products, diseased plants, human waste, yun. Meat, bones, and fatty food waste, yun. Pernicious weeds, yun. Some animal waste like those dogs and cats. Yung dogs lang naman and cats. Pero yung sa manok, pwede yun. Sa baboy, pwede yun. Sa baka, pwede yun. Lesson number 3. Tingin ko ito na yung last pero medyo mahaba-haba ito. Okay? No breaks na tayo. Tuloy-tuloy na natin Ito na, making and using compost. Ito na yung paggawa. Natutunan nyo na kung ano yung decomposition. Natutunan nyo na yung mga pwede nyo i-compost. Yan. Compost pile can be as plain or as fancy as you want. Depende sa design na gusto nyo. You don't even need a bin to make compost. You can just dig a hole in your yard. Pwede ka naman maghukay. Kaya di mo na kailangan ng lalagyanan But if you want something more durable, pwede kang bumili ng compost bin. So, in this lesson, you will learn how to make your own compost bin. So, listen carefully Tuturo dito kung paano tayo gagawa ng compost bin. So, after studying this lesson, you should be able to prepare a compost bin. At marunong na kayo nun. Properly care for your compost pile. Identify reasons for possible problems regarding your compost pile. Explain how you can use your compost. Paano nyo siya magagamit. And identify the benefits of composting. Okay, so let's learn how to prepare your own compost bin. Remove the grass cover of the area where you will put your compost pile. So, syempre, tatanggalin mo muna yung damo to allow direct contact between materials and soil microorganism. For your compost bin, you can choose from numerous commercial composter or construct your own from your wooden planks, concrete blocks, use freight pallets. Ano yung mga itsura nun? Itsura nun eh. Mga paleta. Yan, yung mga ganyan. Pwede mo gamitin yan. Hardware cloth, barrel, or chicken wire. Pwede mo gamitin yan. So let us say you're going to use barrel as your compost bin. May tsura ng barrel. Kunwari ganito daw yung gagamitin nyo. Nakakita na ba kayo ng ganito? Ayan, barrel. Kunwari yan daw yung gagamitin ninyo. Ayan. So ito yung mga steps. Number 1, remove the bottom part of the barrel and punch hole all over the barrel. Yan, no? Remove mo daw yung bottom. Then, punch ka ng mga hole, yung mga butas-butas. Number 2, to prevent rats, para ma-prevent natin na pumasok yung mga daga and animals, your barrel, put screen around it. So, lagyan mo siya ng screen. Number 3, place the barrel in an area where there is a good drainage system. Ito, may drainage system. This is to ensure that the area will not stay wet for a long time, even when it's rain. Kasi dapat importante hindi siya basang-basa eh. A shaded area is also desirable for the best result. So if possible, do not put the pile or structure near trees. Near roots may be attracted to loose, moist organic materials in the bottom of your pile. During summer, the roots of some trees may invade the lower area of the bin and make the compost difficult to dig and use. So, number 4. Ito na, yung barrel. Ayan, no? Tinanggal niya ng ilalim, di ba? Sa kanya, itatay ko dun sa lupa. So, start layering. Layering means placing the organic material systematically inside your compost bin. Okay, so listen carefully. And subscribe carefully. May nakikita ko ng mga nagpapasubscribe ng channel. Ano po ito Ito po ay para sa alternative learning system lang. Wala pong magdadrop ng link. Kasi hindi po ito para sa mga channels. Ayan. So, pure lang po para ito sa mga estudyante ng alternative learning system. Ayan. Kasi since naka-public list tayo guys, yung iba nakakapasok sila agad sa room natin. We tried to do unlisted para hindi makita ng iba. Kaya lang, ang problema naman sa inyo, hindi nyo rin makita yung room natin. Okay? Dami nagtatanong, saan yung room? Saan yung room? Yan. Okay, so we will try it again. Maybe tomorrow or kasi may mga pumapasok na iba eh. Lalo na hindi naman sila kabilang sa section have review. And no emoji po tayo, no caps lock. Wala pong magsasabi ng mga hate threads o hate words kasi automatic mababan yung channel namin. And Itong channel namin na You Wonder, ito lang po yung ginagamit namin for the meantime para makatulong kami sa inyo. Kasi wala naman po kaming pang bili ng uh, access sa Zoom or other application para ma-provide sa inyo yung classes na same lang din ng ganito sa YouTube. And we cannot use Facebook live or Facebook streaming kasi napaka-vulnerable niya at napakarami nang pwedeng mag-join doon. One thing is, hindi mo ma-create yung environment na merong tinatawag na motivation yung mga estudyante kapag doon sa Facebook. Okay? So, moving forward. So, start na natin yung layering na tinatawag. First layer natin, nalagay tayo ng 3 to 4 inches ng dried branches and twigs on the top of soil surface. Nalagyan natin siya ng mga dried branches. This will allow the air to circulate around the base. Second layer, lalagyan natin ng 6 to 8 inches ng materials rich in carbon. An example nun, yung mga dried leaves, straw, na iba-iba, ganun. Third layer, lalagay tayo ng 2 to 3 inches ng materials na rich in nitrogen, like animals, manure, ganun. Fresh leaves, na natin lalagay yung mga yun, pang 3 layer na. Fourth layer, i-repeat lang natin yung ginawa natin until the bin is filled. Scoop out at the basin at the top, catch rainwater for some use. Summer, this will ensure the compost pile be the most even during the hot summer. So, ulitin lang natin yung ginawa natin hanggang sa mapuno. Then, cover the pile. You may want to add some small amount of garden soil. Pwede mo siya lagyan ng lupa. Microbes in the garden soil will speed up the decomposition. Yung lupa, kaya hindi mo nakikita yan, meron yung mga microbes bacteria. Sila yung lumalaki kapag nagde-decompose na yung component ng isang composting. So, layering is done to ensure that air and water reach the bottom of the heap. After you have done the initial layering, you no longer need to layer the additional materials. So, a proper made heap will reach at a temperature of about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Ilang yun? Celsius yun. Yun ay 60. So, kung nilalagnat ka, 37 lang yun normally 37, 38. Ito naman 60. Pwede niyong lagyan ng thermometer. Sukatin niyo. At this time, you will notice the pile settling. This is a good sign that your heap is working properly. So, after 3 to 4 weeks, fork the materials into a new pile, putting the outside soil of the old heap into the center. So, haloin niyo siya. Add water if necessary. It is best to stir your compost a second or third time. Haloin niyo siya. Kasi nag-compose na yan The compost should be ready for use within 3 to 4 months. So, after 4 months, pwede na siya. Ready na siya as gamitin. Yan. Nahalo niya yung pile. You can make compost even faster by mixing the pile more often. Click internal temperature regularly. When it decreases, pwede ka lang pwede mo na siyang i-mix pag nagdi-decrease na yung temperature. The compost is ready for use when it turns dark brown, crumbly, and earth-smelling. So, hindi na siya mabaho. May lupa na siya. This means that the compost has already turned into humus. Ready na siya. Ano yung tsura ng humus? Yan, ganyan na siya. Yan, ito. Ayan, humus. Ayan, yung tsura ng humus. So, after 4 months, ganyan na siya. So, you may also want to have 2 bins. Pwedeng dalawa. Ayan. Punuin nyo lang siya. Pwede ka rin mag-dig ng hole sa yard mo. Instead of making a compost bin, bumili ka ng bin, dig ka na lang. Follow mo lang yung same guidelines. Dapat kapag hole sa yard mo, 4 feet deep and 1 3/4 feet wide. So let's think about this. What should you do after you have finished preparing the compost bin? Anong gagawin mo sa kanya? As we have discussed, lesson 1, this alternative form of garbage disposal will require you to exert additional effort. Kailangan to ng effort. You ought to take care of your compost bin just as you would take care of your pet. So, 3 to 4 months, okay na siya. Yan. So, kailangan nyo rin siya ng lagyan ng effort. Okay, so taking care of your pile. So decomposition will take place even if a compost pile is ignored. Kahit ignore nyo siya, magti-take place yan eh. Pero slow lang yung rate. Adding water to maintain the moisture and mixing the pile every now and then to improve aeration will speed up the process. Pag binantayan nyo siya, mas mapapabilis. So, to check the moisture, wala kayo ng isang dakot. Yan. Kapag tumulo yung tubig, too wet yun. Hindi yun maganda. Pagka pinipiga mo na pero walang tumutulong tubig, dry yun. Pero kapag tumakot ka ng isa, tapos piniga mo, saka lang may tumulong tubig, yun yung tama. Moisted siya, properly moist. So remember to also check the temperature. Kailangan mo check yung temperature. Kailangan 110 degrees at least sa center. Yan. During rainy season, bumababa yung temperature niya. So piles may be mixed by slicing through them with the spade. Ano yung spade? Yung parang pangkalakal. Yan. The main objective in mixing is to aerate, para makahinga. So, where they may also be heated and decomposed. So, as the material decomposes, the pile should heat up and shrink. Normally, umuunti ito eh. Eventually, becoming no more than half of its original height. So, kalahati na lang. So, it may shrink 70 to 80%. So, let's think about this. What happens if you do not get the desired result out of your compost pile? What are the possible problems that you may encounter? Ito yung mga problem ha. Yan. Okay, nawalan ba ng sound? Hindi naman. Okay, ito yung mga possible problem. Symptoms number 1. The pile is producing a bad odor. Mabaho siya. So, the pile may be too wet, sobrang basa, too tight, or both. So, gagawin nyo lang, haluin nyo siya para ma-allow nyo air. Then, kapag sobrang basa, mix it, but at the same time, add dry new materials. So, dagdagan nyo siya ng materials para makuha nyo yung moisture lang. Hindi siya wet. Symptom number 2, no decomposition seems to be taking place. Parang hindi siya nade-decompose. Sabihin, the pile is too dry. Sobrang tuyo naman. Moisten the materials while mixing the pile. Lagyan nyo na onting tubig. Number 3, the compost is moist enough and the center is warm but not hot enough for complete breakdown. Hindi siya, okay naman siya pero hindi siya mainit sa gitna. So, the pile may be too small. Sobrang liit nung compost bin nyo. So, gagawin nyo lang, add kayo ng more materials to make a larger pile. Mix the old ingredients. Kasi nagde-decompose na yun. And add more organic materials that are rich in nitrogen, like animal manure, fresh grass, clippings, or eggshell. Number 4, symptoms. The heat is moist, has no bad odor, and is slightly decomposed, but still not hot enough. There is enough nitrogen available for proper decomposition. Mixed nitrogen sources, such as grass clippings, manure, or fertilizer into pile. Okay? Okay. So now you know how to make a compost bin and how to treat some possible illness of your compost pile. The only question left is, if everything goes right and the compost turns into humus, what's next? Ano gagawin mo kapag naging humus na siya? So, ano sa tingin nyo? Ayan, ang ginagawa niya, binibistay niya para makuha niya yung pino na humus. Gagawin mo ngayon, i-add mo siya sa lupa. Sa garden mo, pwede mo siya pang taniman. Yan. Excellent siya sa flower, vegetable, shrub, and trees. Pataba na siya sa lupa. So, benefits of composting. If you practice composting, what will you get in return? So, composting has several benefits. Una, it improves soil structure. With the addition of compost, sandy soil will be able to hold water. Peat and clay soil can be drained faster. It reduces soil erosion and water runoff. Plant roots can penetrate compost-rich soil more easily and therefore hold the soil for more firmly in place. Okay? Then it improves food for earthworms, soil insects, and beneficial microorganisms. Ano pa? It assists the soil in holding nutrients, thus lessening the need for chemical fertilizers. Yan. Ano pa? It improves plant health, making them less susceptible to disease and insect pests, and hereby reducing the needs of pesticides. So, instead na gumamit ng pesticide, pwedeng gumamit na lang ng pataba, which is organic pa, yung humus. na tinatawag. Okay? Kapag ka nawawalan ng sound, normally nag-mute ako nun eh. May kasi ako mag-mute eh. It reduces the waste which might otherwise fill up landfills. So, pag ginamit natin tong decomposition, makaka-reduce tayo ng pagkapuno ng mga landfills. Leaves, grass, and debris often found on street and which tend to clog drains and street gutters can instead be composted. And also, it saves you money you would have otherwise used to buy commercial soil conditioner. So, hindi ka na bibili ng pataba. Meron ka lang sarili mo pataba. Lalo ngayon, ECQ. Minsan pa nga, total lockdown eh. Ang ginagawa ng mga tao dito sa subdivision namin, yung mga tao nagtatanim-tanim na eh. Meron na silang mga kamatis, talong, okra, kalabasa, papaya. Kulang na lang palay eh. Meron na silang kompleto eh. Kailangan natin yung ganito. So, let's review. In the blank provided for each number, write T if the statement is true and F if it's false. Number 1. Layering of compost materials is done to ensure that enough air and moisture will reach the bottom of the heap. Ano sagot? True or false? Mamaya na. Sige, sagutin nyo sa chat. Kaya sumagot. Ano sagot? Okay, paki-chat nyo lang yung sagot nyo. Okay. True daw, sabi nila. Okay. Tingnan natin ha. Sagot dyan is true. Yan. So, if you layer your compost heap, the bottom part will receive enough heat and moisture even if it's covered other materials. Number 2. The pile should never covered to let air and water into the heap. Sagot dyan, false. Yan. Kasi kailangan mo siyang koberan. Pero hindi mo siya kukoberan ng plastic para makapasok yung hangin. Number 3, decomposition will be faster if you leave the compost heap to decompose on its own. False yan. And false. Kasi from time to time, you should mix the pile to distribute the heat and moisture and to hasten the decomposition. To fasten yan. Yun hasten. To fasten. 4. The compost is ready when it starts to release bad odor. False. Kasi ano nga yun eh. Kapag bad yung odor niya, bad sign yun. Maaring sobrang basa siya. Indication of problem. Number 5. Humus can be used as top dressing for plants. True. Yan. Pwede mo siyang gawing pataba. So, did you get the answers right at your end? Tama ba yung mga sagot ninyo? Yan, nakikita ko. Yan. Mga sumasagot. Ang dami. Okay. So, let's sum up. And so you have just finished the last lesson in this module. Before you take your post-test, what have you learned? So you can read the highlights. So the major cause of our garbage problem is the continued increase in population. Last review na to ha. With the increase in population comes an increase in people's activity. Kapag marami yung population, marami rin yung mga activity. This unfortunately leads to the production of large amount of waste. Recycling has been recognized as a solution to the garbage problem. Composting is one form of recycling. So marami kasing form yung recycling eh. Pwedeng reuse, diba? Pwedeng may iba-ibang ano yan eh. Pero isang form nun ay composting. The end product of composting is humus. Yun yung magiging product natin. Composting has the following requirements. 1. Biological process. 2. Carbon and nitrogen. 3. Surface area. 4. Temperature. And number 5. Moisture and aeration. Lahat yan yung mga requirements. Pag wala isa dyan, hindi siya makakompost. Hindi yun process ng composting. Okay? Not all organic materials can be used in composting. Hindi lahat pwede i-compost. Yung dumi ng aso, pusa, hindi pwede yun. Dumi ng tao, hindi yun pwede. Kasi possible na carrier ng bacteria yan. The compost bin or pit should be placed in a shaded area. To make a compost bin using a barrel, ito yung mga gagawin. Remove top bottom part of the barrel and punch holes around the barrel. Put a screen around the barrel. Place the barrel in a shaded area where the drainage is good. Arrange the material in layers inside the barrel. Then cover the pile. If you decide to dig, kailangan 4 feet yung lalim, then 1 3/4 yung lapad. The compost is ready to use when it turns dark brown. So kapag dark brown na siya, ayan o, dark brown, ready to use na siya. Crumbly and earth smelling. Crumbly. Para siyang scrambled egg yung itsura, di ba? Then, earth smelling. Amoy lupa. Hindi siya mabaho. Make sure that your compost bin or pit remains moist and has enough heat at the center to speed up the decomposition. The problems you may encounter in composting may be mostly due to lack of water, air, and moisture. To use the humus, mix it to your garden soil. So, lalagay mo lang siya sa garden soil. Composting has several benefits. Foremost among these is the improvement of the condition of the soil. Tumataba kasi yung lupa pag hinaluan mo na humus. Yan. Okay, ito, what have you learned? Ito yung nasa exam eh. So, ito. Apply what you have learned in this module. So, una, what materials do I need to make my own compost bin? So, sabihin nyo. How do I construct a compost bin? Then, where should I place my compost bin? Ano pa? What materials from the waste which my family and I generate each day can be used in my compost bin? Ano na daw yun? And what materials from our household wastes should not be placed? Ano daw yung hindi pwede? What step should I take in maintaining the compost bin? What possible problem could I encounter with my compost bin? So, pwede nyo ba sagutan yan? Parang isang short ano lang, ano na mga gagawin nyo pagkatapos na ito. Nagawa ba kayo ng compost bin? Sige, sagutan nyo nga sa chat. Ayan, yung binasa ko, pwede nyo sagutan sa chat. And check natin kung ano yung natutunan nyo. Maikli lang. Sabihin nyo lang, gagawa ko ng compost bin, kung ano-ano yung mga ilalagay ko doon, saan ko siya ilalagay, yan. Ano yung mga problem na pwede ko ma-encounter sa compost bin ko. Okay? Chat nyo na lang type nyo sa chat, now na. May time pa naman tayo, maaga pa nga. Actually. Maikli lang yung module na to eh. Okay, type nyo lang sa chat. Okay? Alright, tomorrow, ang lesson natin ay Business Math 2. Ayan. It's about computing profit and loss, how to prepare a balance sheet and an income statement, and preparing budgets and estimating future growth. So, tapos na tayo sa Business Math 1 eh. Tomorrow, ito na yung lesson natin. So, madali lang to. Actually. Ayan, nakita nyo? Math uli. So, nagpahinga naman kayo ng one day, diba? So, we can continue to our mathematics. Most of the time, itong learning strand 2, puro siya math eh. Pero not necessary math, kasi puro siya application. Ayan, estimation. Ayan. So, may ayan, estimation. Nag-estimate. Magluluto ka. Ano gagawin mo? Paano mag-estimate? Ayan. Fire safety, food preservation, gazette, healthy living, healthy pregnancy, hydroponics, ito yung pagtatanim ng halaman gamit ng tubig. Ayan. Ayan. Yung mga dadaanan natin sa next days. So, dapat matapos natin to. Ilan pa ba to? Namin pa to eh. Kasi ang klase natin na 9 p.m. is permanent na to. Whatever happens, I will be the one to conduct the class. I should finish this module or strand for you, which is learning strand number 2. Okay, and the vascular, organ, reproductive system, urinary, volume, ito, mat ulito. Units of volume, measuring ng volume, endogenous measure of volume. Para tong area eh, pero volume naman. In terms of liquid to eh. Ano yung volume niya. Okay. Yes, kung gusto niyo matuto, ano naman problema doon? Kailangan nyo lang mag-pay attention. Kaya kahapon, yung mga nag-aaral, nagtataka na lang sila paano nila nakukuha yung computation. Kasi nagpipay attention sila. What you need to know about AIDS, water pollution, water and its cost. Then, kapag tapos na kayo sa module 1, bye-bye na sa akin, siguro. It's either learning strand 1 na kayo. Then, learning strand 4. Alam po yung learning strand 4 na start na tayo. That's learning strand 5. And learning strand 6. Ito yun yung life skill modules. Yan. Okay? So, tapos na ba kayo sa chat ninyo? Chat nyo lang anong gagawin ko. Saan ko lalagay yung composting bin ko. Yan. Lahat kayo mag-chat. Unti pa lang to. Ilan pa lang yung nag-chat dito. 80 tayo na nandito. Streaming, 75. 76. Tapos yung iba. Huwag mo na kaya alis, di pa tayo nag-attendance. Lahat ng mga attendance na, halimbawa, tapos na tong video, tapos nag-attendance sila sa comment, wala na yun. Hindi na namin makukuha yun. Kung ano lang yung nandito sa live chat, yun lang ang kukunin namin. Hindi na rin kami nagpapa-attendance sa group. Nagpa-attendance lang kami once. Yung magulo yung attendance. After now and then, wala nang ibang attendance. Okay? If you have some concern, you can contact Sir Larry Gonzalez. So, pinaka-importante kapag nag-attendance kayo dito sa chat. Kaya nga kapag kahit tapos na yung live, yung pagtuturo ko, nililive ko lang yung chat live for 30 minutes, ganito ganon. Kasi, possible na mag-attendance pa kayo. Ilan na to? Ititreat ko na to as short quiz sa ending nyo. So, ilan pa lang to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 22 pa lang. Ilan tayo? 80 tayo. Okay? Wait natin yung iba Pag nag-iisip pa o nagtatype pa. Guys, dun sa mga kasi kahapon may hindi nakakapag-exam dahil wala daw Gmail account. That's impossible kasi bago kayo makapasok sa classroom, kailangan nyo ng Gmail account. Bago kayo makapasok sa YouTube, kailangan nyo ng Gmail account. So, make sure na meron kayong Gmail account. Okay? Then, dun sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-subscribe sa channel, make sure na nakapag-subscribe kayo kasi kapag nagkaroon ng, halimbawa ganito, live classes, mauna kayong ma-notify agad-agad. Kasi nga, nakasubscribe kayo and kiniklik nyo yung bell button. Yan. Paano ba mag-subscribe? Paano ba yun? Ano kayo sa youtube.com. Search nyo yung channel natin. For the meantime, ito yung ginagamit natin. Yan. 794. Lagay nyo lang, click nyo yung subscribe. Magkaroon ng subscribe button dyan click nyo yung bell button. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe kasi para kapag mabilisan yung halimbawa hindi gumana si Facebook, paano nyo malalaman na okay na yung classroom natin. Okay? Gagawa ako ng compost bin sa isang batya na hindi na ginagamit. Tapos, yung mga balat ng gulay, tira-tirang kanin, balat ng itlog ang ilalagay ko sa compost bin ko. Ilalagay ko sa likod ng bahay para naputol. Putol yung chat ni Noemi La Rosa. Okay? Sir, pwede po ba isali niyo ako sa group chat? Yung mga hindi pa kasali sa group chat, kontakin niyo si Sir Larry Sir Larry, and Add nga natin si Sir Larry. Sir Larry, chat ka nga. Para ma-add kita as moderator. Yan. Ayan, Sir Larry. Ayan, add kita as moderator. Pagka pong maglalagay ng ng link, don't use emojis, don't use caps lock, don't use hatred word, and other hate things. Kasi si YouTube, after ng live natin, ini-scan niya yung chat natin sa chat group. Then kapag may nakita siyang unnecessary na chat or comment, delete niya yung mismong video kasama yung chat. So, paano yung mga hindi nakapanood ng live stream? Hindi na nila mababalikan. Hindi ko na rin naman pwede ulitin yon kasi live recorded yon. So, make sure na wala. Then, Sir Larry, kapag may nakita ka po na nag-emoji or let's say na bad words, gano'n, pwede mo siyang i-remove on the spot. Okay? Remove mo lang or mo. Kasi, okay lang na ma-remove siya basta hindi ma-remove yung video natin para sa iba namang wala pa. Sir, pwede po ba ako manood na lang pagtapos ng stream? Kasi, pwede. Kasi, public naman to Mag-antay ka lang siguro ng mga few hours or few minutes, magiging available na siya sa channel. Kasi once nga, sabi ko nga kanina, once na natapos yung live natin, ang ginagawa ni YouTube, ini-scan niya yung video natin. Tingnan niya kung may mga bawal ba rito according to community guidelines. I-scan niya rin yung chat natin kung may mga emojis, may mga links, may mga bawal na salita. Ayun. Pag may nakita siya na mali, i-delete niya yung video. So far, wala pa namang na-delete sa live stream natin. Na-warningan lang kami during the first day. Kasi dito namin nilalagay yung mga links natin sa attendance, sa take-home quiz, which is bawal pala. Hindi naman namin alam. Okay? Lahat na ba nakapagsabi na? Okay, lahat na nagsabi na. Okay? Alright, so we have our wrap up. Una, ito yung take-home quiz natin. Yan. Take-home quiz, composting. Ito yung link niya. Ibibigay ko na lang sa Facebook page natin later. Saka sa group. Sasend ko doon. Sa Facebook group sa Facebook page na lang. Kasi sa group, may mga natatabunan agad yung message So, yan. Lagyan yung pangalan nyo. Isang beses lang to pag once na submit nyo, hindi nyo na pwedeng ulitin. So, what is the following statement about composting na hindi daw totoo? The end product of composting. Alam na alam niyo yan. Humus ba? Which of the following is not an organic materials? Yung hindi daw organic. Which of the following is not a benefit of composting? Yan. Which of the following are needed in composting? Which of the following materials should not use in composting? Which of the following statement is not true about the role of worms? Compost materials are layered after. Yan. 10 question lang. Multiple choice, napakadali lang. And 100 points. This is a recorded take-home quiz. Okay? And hopefully next week, kapag nakaano na tayo, nakakailang modules na ba tayo? Magkaroon tayo ng periodical test. So, may isang tayo na periodical test lang. Ito ganun. Nakaya na tayo, advances, 1, 2, 3, 4, and composting, 5. Naka-5 na tayo. Siguro pag 10 na modules, magkaroon tayo ng periodical test. Okay ba sa inyo yan? Okay. Ang dami na nagsasabi, oh. Sir, paano yung attendance ko? Di nyo ako malilista. Magpapa-attendance na po ako since tapos na yung So, stop chatting na. Stop chatting. Kita ko naman na lahat na sabi doon. Simple lang po ang attendance natin na nire-record namin. Na-type nyo lang yung name nyo at salitang present. So, stop chatting muna. Stop chatting. Stop chatting. Okay, yan. So, stop chatting. Yes, sir. No need to say yes, sir, or opo na. Kasi nag-chat pa rin kayo eh. Yan. So, wait ko lang na ma-stop yung chat kasi medyo delay yan eh. Stop chatting tayo para mag-attendance na tayo. Okay? Sabi ko nga, ang mga na-attendance lang ay yung mga na dito. So, in any case na may problem ka sa attendance mo, you need to contact Sir Larry or Ma'am Jonah. What I'm doing here is just teaching you purely. Okay? Alright, so attendance tayo. Ganito lang. Type nyo ng pangalan nyo and salitang present. Okay? Sige, attendance na tayo. And I'm gonna place this on mute until makapag-attendance lahat. By 11:15 siguro or 11:20 p.m. babalik ako. Then, saka tayo magka-class dismiss. Then, ibibigay ko yung link doon sa group natin. Okay? Attendance na kayo now. Okay, mukhang tapos na lahat mag-attendance. So, let's call it a day. Yung assignment nyo, take home quiz, ipopost ko na sa group now. So, i-leave ko lang tong chat natin or live natin. So, kapag may mga tanong kayo, pwede nyo pang itanong. And, sasagutin namin. Okay? So, good night and thank you for the day.